Well, it is indeed another day where we bring you stories that made headlines in the day. My name is Winnie Adisa. Just stay with us till the end. President Uhuru Kenyatta's directive to waive maternity fees for women in public hospitals has led to influx of patients seeking the service. At Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret, the number of expectant women has doubled. According to Hospital Director John Kipkosia, about 112 women have benefited from the waiver in a span of 4 days. Dr. Kipkosia reiterated that the hospital is committed to implementing Uhuru's directive, adding that the initiative was bound to drastically reduce maternal death and other complications after birth. Only 40% of expectant mothers in Kenya deliver at certified health facilities. This explains why maternal deaths are still high. Well, moving on, the High Court has invalidated 2 wills authored by former MP Gerishon Kirima. Justice Isaac Lenaola directed the feuding family to appoint administrators to manage his vast estate. The Kirima family is embroiled in a battle over the management of the estates, estimated to be worth more than 700 million shillings. At the center of the dispute are 2 wills. One being claimed by his third wife, Teresia Wairimu, as the genuine against the children of Mr. Kirima's first wife, who holds that the document the late tycoon wrote while in London was the true reflection of his last wishes. Well, the parties were ordered to appoint an administrator within 7 days, failure to which the court will appoint one on their behalf. Last year, the court was told that the late Kirima was of sound mind when he signed the second will, he signed the second will presented by his daughter Anne Kirima, drafted by a Nairobi lawyer. Elsewhere, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has asked African governments to come up with concrete steps to provide justice to its citizens. Mr. Odinga said he is disturbed by attempts to demonize institutions that seek to provide relief to citizens who have suffered abuse in the hands of the leaders. Addressing students and staff of the University of Pretoria on Wednesday evening, Mr. Odinga said increasing attacks on the International Criminal Court by Africa's leaders were disturbing and hypocritical. He said it was difficult to understand why leaders who voluntarily append their signatures to the Rome Statute that set up the ICC have turned around to condemn the same institution. Well, on a light note, last week we focused on First Ladies. We pitted Margaret Kenyatta against Michelle Obama, and the verdict was our Kenyan First Lady has more fashion sense. So, how about the presidents? Well, our reporter takes us through a journey from our first to current president, zeroing down to their dressing. Check it out. The independent Republic of Kenya came alive in 1964. Since then, we have had 4 presidents, namely Jomo Kenyatta, Daniel Arap Moi, the long-serving president, Mwai Kibaki, who ruled for 2 terms, and now our current president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. We start with Jomo Kenyatta. He ruled for 14 years. He was popularly known for wearing his hat and always carried his whisk with him everywhere he went. Notice how he liked wearing striped suits? It's also apparent our first president also loved wearing leather jackets. What about his headgear? Wait, is that a bling on his finger? He wore a long beard, a picture worth a million words. I know I'm speaking for many when I say we had one of the best dressed first president of all times. Now to our second president. Most people know him as Baba Nyayo or Toro. What was his trademark? His short staff. President Moi carved his way too through history with his staff, famed to raise and lower it during the national anthem. President Moi loved wearing suits. We can all remember how meticulously he inspected guards of honor during national holidays and events. He experimented a lot when it came to color. Best dressed photo for me would be this. Mwai Kibaki, the third president of Kenya, ruled for 2 terms. Though he did not etch a trademark regalia, I will say he had some similarities with Jomo Kenyatta, as he also loved striped suits. Don't you just like how he posed for photos? And my best pick will be this. And now the guard of power changes.
Yeah, Prezone, 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 prezone.
Some people call him the digital president, some the left-handed president. Most understand him as the youngest president Kenya has ever had. Does this mean much is expected from him when it comes to his fashion sense? Well, we are used to see our presidents in suits.